Sunday, another hot and humid summer afternoon in Memphis. A great day for a paddle boat ride down the Mississippi or for attending the final round of the Federal Express St. Jude Classic. Who will emerge as champion? Will it be a veteran like third-round leader Curtis Strange or Fuzzy Zeller? A first tour victory could be in store for Andy Dillard or Mike Donald. The finish today could be as hot as the weather. Russ Cochran and Mike Donald share the final round lead at 12 under. We pick up the action at the par 4 13th. Ben Wright with the call.
Russ Cochran, the world's leading left-hander in the junior ranks. Bob Charles doing pretty well in the senior tour now, having won 5 times on this tour, but Cochran still seeking his first victory, goes with a 5-iron from 190 yards. Look to be moving that in the wrong direction, and he has indeed put it quite a long way from the hole.
This is the third shot of Andy Dillard. He was 1 shot out of the lead. Good shot. That would be for a bogey, a much needed bogey. Let's go to 13.
The 13th hole is a right-angled dogleg to the right, par 4, very dangerous hole of 464 yards. There you see it is the second toughest hole, has yielded but 43 birdies in 3 days, 79 bogeys and 15 of the dreaded others. You can go out of bounds to the right off the drive. And this is Tom Kite for par at 10 under. Solid in the center.
Back at the 12th, trailing by 1. Strange from off the green at the par 3. And it's a good effort. He'll remain at 11 under. Let's go up to the 13th.
That's the second shot from Fuzzy Zeller from 155 yards out after a great tee shot. Good second shot, leaving him with an uphill birdie putt to the 12th.
Dillard, Andy Dillard for his bogey. Hopped as soon as he hit it. That's a double bogey.
Dillard struggled the rest of the way, and he finished in a tie for 12th. Zeller for birdie at 13.
Zeller got started off so well. He was 9 under, then he birdied 1 and 2 to go to 11, and then he's slipped a little bit as the day went on. It's been running by the hole all day. Nothing has been dropping after the first 2 holes. He has to make up some ground, but I'll tell you what, you can make up some ground at 16 and 18 today, Pat.
You certainly can. Both par 5s earlier. Mike Donald also for birdie, co-leader, tied with Russ Cochran.
Well, the caddy didn't think he was going to make it, left the pin in the hole all the time till the ball stopped, so the caddy knew the ball wasn't close, but right there, even though missing the putt, par is a very good score there. But here is a key putt right here to go to 13, take command of the lead. 1 shot will be over Mike Donald and 2 over Curtis Strange if this goes in, which the way he's been putting and playing, pretty good chance he'll make this one. That is a good hole to make 3 of. And any hole is a good hole to make 30 on. That hole has produced very few birdies.
Cochran enjoys a 1-shot advantage.
Curtis Strange really put a magnificent swing on that tee shot, and he's got it again round about 150 yards. There you see it from above. This a big dog leg to the right, and you see there how well Curtis Strange got it round the corner. He's hung that one out to the right.
15.
Tom Kite from about 20 feet can move to now within 2 shots of lead held by Russ Cochran. Tom gearing his game toward the PGA next week. There you see how the 15th hole is played. Tom with 10 tournament wins, no majors. Looking forward to playing the Tom Fazio designed PGA National next week. This to pull within 2. Never got that online. Bermuda grass is a little coarse this time of day. There's not the speed, obviously, that Bent has. Absolutely remarkable career of Tom Kite, 5th on the money list now, but should he win today, would move past Raymond Floyd into the 3rd spot on the all-time career money list. Remarkable career for Tom Kite. Right now, Cochran in the driver's seat. Par 3 today, playing 200 yards. You see the water to the golfers, right? It's really not in play today as the pin is placed in the front left-hand portion of the screen. Despite the heat and all the pressure, he appears to have his game very much in control. This heat slows down your processes, and it may play into his hands. That's a 4-iron. And a good one. So Cochran certainly not beating himself and playing good shot after good shot. Kenny, when you hit shots like that, you take a good bit of pressure away from yourself.
Well, you're not struggling, Steve. What you want to do now, if he gets in position, this is a hole here again, like 14. You think par is a good score, and to make up those kind of birdies on holes like this, you were running away from the field then.
Mike Donald has worked hard on his swing. Used to get the club laid off and slightly shut at the top. Now everything looks good. The club on plane. That's a 4-iron out to the right. He put his tee shot in the water on this hole on Friday and threatened to do so again today to 14.
Strange. Second shot. 165 yards out. Hit a good tee shot.
Curtis keeps such good tempo when he's playing. Never deviates off that. Boy, that's even better than Cochran's second shot. So Curtis is not going to let Russ Cochran get too far ahead of him. Talk about difficult holes. You're looking, you're going to see probably another birdie right here.
Back to 15.
Buzzy Zeller, 4-iron. So Zeller with a shot at birdie here as well.
Another classic moment from this event took place in 1996. On his way to the 18th green on Sunday, John Cook faced the opportunity to break Mike Suchok's all-time low for 72 holes. All John needed was this chip-in birdie. Cook's 69 was one shot shy, but the win capped off a tournament he'd always remember. Now back to the action. Russ Cochran nursing a one-shot lead. He has a birdie putt at the par 3 15th. The lefty from Paducah, Kentucky is seeking his first tour win. Steve Melnick with the call.
Cochran could put some distance between himself and the field. Donald with a tough putt for par. Cochran could open up perhaps as much as a 3-shot lead. Good putt, though. Kenny, he's playing with a remarkable amount of confidence for someone who's never won.
Well, we read so much about the young players. They just don't back off anymore, Steve. They just can play. They come out loaded for bear, and they can play.
He has a huge gallery with him. He says a lot of his family and friends have made their way down the river from Paducah. And with good reason, it seems. Despite this heat index of 115 degrees, we may have as many as 50,000 people here at Memphis. The folks here have always supported the PGA Tour, as has this man. We have seen him do that all week. In fact, Ben Wright mentioned it earlier. This is perhaps the reason that his money earnings are not as great perhaps as they've been in years past. Disappointing after that tee shot to 14.
Strange for birdie.
That was close, Pat. He didn't have that more than 2 feet away, so Strange moves to 12 under, and he's not letting Russ Cochran get too far out of sight.
Back to 15.
Well, Mike Donald absolutely has to have this putt. About 7 feet away. Putt that should not be out of the hole. And a putt that he can hit firmly. Should be left center. Left center it is. That was right in the heart. So Mike Donald handling the pressure well himself. Remains 1 shot back of his playing partner, Russ Cochran. Strange remains with the 3-iron. It seems like a lot of club.
Keep going.
That's a swing that was in doubt.
Okay, here he is in the fairway. He laid up with a 3-wood. Bunkers right by his hands, right there. That's where he's going to aim it. Trying to take a look at that club. Russ will take great care in keeping his hands dry because he also does not play with a glove.
Gary, how wide is that landing area where he has to hit to now?
The landing area he has to hit to is uphill, but it's only about 40 yards, 50 yards wide. Looks like about a 4-iron swing. From that angle, he probably pushed it to the right. Now he's going to have a long second shot. I'd guess 160 yards into this green. Let's go back to 15.
Curtis Strange just trying to 2-putt. You know, 3 putts are as much a result of poor iron shots as they are bad putts, and this could be case in point. Strange in doubt on the tee as to whether to hit a 3 or 4 iron, try to hit a soft 3, blocked it to the right, and has to struggle now for his par. To 16.
Fuzzy is going to have a whack at it. Pins in the back left. Boy, that's a good swing right there. I guess he's got 250.
Zeller on the green in 2 would make birdie to climb back into contention. 3 shots behind Cochran.
You're the best, Greg. 195 pounds of this. You're a beast behind that one. You're the best. You're a beast.
Let's go to 15.
Curtis Strange for par. Just as solid a stroke as you can make. There's no back off in Curtis's game.
Strange's career took off with his record-setting performance in '85.
But it's nice. It's something that I didn't know if Curtis Strange would ever be able to do. You never know until you do it.
With victories at the Honda Classic, Canadian Open, and the Panasonic Las Vegas Invitational, Curtis set a PGA Tour record for most money earned in 1 year.
I don't think the record means as much as actually the money title means to me. The record's going to be broken 1 year in the future because of the purses going up. And, you know, when Tom Watson set the record in 1980, he certainly played a lot better than I did because the purses weren't near where they are today. I don't think it's any coincidence that I'm playing well and with the new family and well, the 2 kids. I think that it goes hand in hand. I think, you know, they've helped me, and just like I said, you know, got me away from the golf, relaxed more, and then I'm able to give it more, I think, when I really need to. When I need to go practice, I can give it 100%. When I need to go play, I'm ready to play. It's a lot of fun to have 2 boys growing up. They certainly get my mind away from my golf when I go home. You know, when you walk into the hotel room and little Thomas, you know, doesn't know if you shot 75 or 65, and you know, he's still jumping on you and having fun and playing with you. So, you know, you forget about your troubles if you had troubles that day real quick. And so it's a big part of my life because I was I wouldn't say so much hard on myself as I was just, took it so seriously. And it's been good because it's gotten me away from the game a little bit when I leave the golf course. And unfortunately enough, I'm able to leave the golf at the golf course.
Curtis Strange, a champion on and off the course. Mike Donald, the 8-year veteran, with a birdie putt to tie Russ Cochran for the lead.
He'll remain one shot back of Russ Cochran. Let's go to 17.
Tom Kite has 180 yards to the flagstick for his second shot. Just 2 off the pace set by Russ Cochran. Donald made par at the 16th. He started that out way right, trying to bring it back, and just does so very nicely. He's pin high, and that was a 6-iron. Back to the 16th.
Good look at lefty Russ. Left the tour a couple of years ago. He has a tendency to hit down on the ball a bunch. A lot of movement in his golf swing, and he tore his hand up, tendons in his, I believe it was his left hand, and had to take 4 or 5, maybe 6 months off the tour. Came back, changed his golf swing a little bit. Beautiful putting stroke here. Watch this one. Cooked that one a little bit. You don't want to leave those trying to win your first golf tournament. You want where you can go up and just kind of tap it on in and finish and get a towel and go to the next tee. Just can't make any mistakes. He's got about 3 feet. He's a handsy putter, and there you see Curtis Strange high atop the hill. He'll be hitting probably a 5-iron layup. Bingo, right in the middle.
Cochran, one shot up on Mike Donald and Curtis Strange.